I would love to tap the NBA market. Those guys are millionaires. Like that's like a sex work dream, and they're notorious bad boys. Like they're like cheater, liar, rich. You know, they're like the dream, and they're hot and like busy. So it's like,
you trying to date these guys, or you're just like, this is a good spigot of money?
Both, all of the above. Do you date for free? I don't know. As a sex worker,
are you trying to date someone who's going to be cheating on you a bunch?
I mean, I've been polyamorous for 10 years. I'm like, live your best life, babe.
2 goons, not one but 2 goons. 2 goons, 7 hours in the bathroom.
I'm Allie, and this is 2 Goons. I'm 6'7" until proven otherwise.
Yeah. Have they come at you like they're coming after the Liver King?
Mm-hmm. They come at me all the time. It's part of the fun.
There's another girl who does the same thing where she's like, I'm 7 feet. She gets
Marie,
taller.
Yeah.
She's like, she used to be like, I'm 6'5", and now
she
she's
used
like,
to be 6'3", and she keeps growing.
Is that
growing,
the European one who's in the Menenios
She's very
sketches?
Floridian. No, that's Ektrina or whatever. She's actually 6'9". I met her. I was like, holy shit. I never feel short, but I felt so tiny around her. But people in the height world like take their height really seriously, and I think it's just like so funny. Like, who cares? It's like the internet. Everything's fake. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
But height girls will like block each other if you start coming for their height. Yeah, it's like very competitive.
It is.
What?
Who's
Yeah.
height girls?
Height girls.
So
there's like 10 of us.
It's like exclusively like height OnlyFans girls, or is there is there like other height people?
There are the height influencers who don't love to associate with the OnlyFans girls traditionally.
A height safe for
There's
work.
a height hierarchy. They're trying to be like models, I guess, or like influencers.
Yeah.
So, but they're not really that tall, and I imagine they don't make as much money. So it seems like a bad business model, but I like support women.
Just being tall.
You know,
I support women. Even
I support
if they're
women over 6 feet. You know, under that, it's like not really.
You don't support tiny chicks. Fuck the tinies.
If you're under 5'3", I support you, and if you're over 6 feet, I'll support you. The middle, I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
You don't fuck with.
Yeah.
Would you? So you don't collab with people who are 5'7"?
Well, not really.
Wow.
I wouldn't even collab with men who are like 5'7".
What's the height of men you like to collab with?
Like 5'5" and under.
That one guy I just saw in a bunch of your videos.
Yeah.
Is that just a collab, or is that a friend?
Yeah, he's a friend. He's like a gay guy.
Yeah, he's gay.
He's gay.
Yeah, he's gay.
And everyone's like, he gets pegged, and it's like, yeah, babe. Like, he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pay him. I pay all my short kings pretty well,
Whoa.
pretty handsomely. Yeah, they get $100 an hour.
Yeah,
Whoa.
$100 an hour to
That's
come
pretty good.
do content with you to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
So are they doing OF stuff or just sketches and stuff?
Just sketches. I do OF content with other
dudes.
OF people. Yeah.
Who's now when you're doing OF content? What's the height requirements to ride?
It sort of doesn't. If it's POV, it doesn't matter. But I did peg a guy who I think was like 5'7" or 5'8".
He's got to be tiny, so it looks you get good proportions.
Yeah, exactly.
How big is the hog that you're pegging?
It's so big.
Yeah, it is.
It's like I brought like many different sizes and was like, which one do you want? And he chose the biggest one.
I think
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, are you sure? Like, I wouldn't be able to take it up my ass for sure.
But he was like, my asshole's ready.
Yeah, he was like, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. And
I
was
think
like, okay.
if you're going to be pegging someone, you should have a fucking hammer
Yeah.
between your legs.
I don't know. I feel like as someone who bottoms as well, you just want it to like feel good. Like you can't force something in someone's ass if it doesn't want to be there. You know,
the whole fantasy.
That's true. The fantasy.
I'm talking about consumer. I'm not talking about
like
your
consent
short,
or body.
Your short king who's getting paid $100 to get fucked. I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, the short king got paid more to get. He got $700.
Whoa!
$700 to get. I mean, I feel like if I was getting fucked in my ass, I would want a little more cash than that.
I would say that most people would pay me to fuck them in the ass.
Oh,
so
you
it's
know
like,
what? Yeah.
It sort of was hard to dish it out at all.
I bet you if you were,
Fair.
you did, I don't know if you do offline stuff, but let's say there's a world you do offline stuff, that for you to get paid, if for a man to get pegged by alley-oops, 6'7" alley-oops, internet questioning. That's probably $5,000 an hour.
I was a high-end escort before I transitioned to OnlyFans, and that's how I found out about the height fetish, because through bookings, it started to become like a reoccurring thing. Yeah, Tryst, Eros, Craigslist back in the day.
Wow.
I look 24, but I'm 34 and a half. So I've had a long-term sex work career. Yeah. And then my highest, most repeat clients were all height fetishes. But there's like a spectrum where it was like my favorite clients were into giantess stuff, and that's how I'd
like to feel small.
Yeah, I would like shrink them with like a fake potion.
But there's also a spectrum in clients too. You had normal guys and then the retards.
Yeah, oh for sure. I mean, most of my clients were like nerds and like tech guys.
How much per hour?
It's like, I think I ended at $2,500 an hour.
$2,500 for your escorting.
Yeah,
so like,
it was a $3,000 minimum.
Is that with sex or that's just
that was with sex.
Okay.
How much overnight?
Overnight was like 10 grand.
And a week?
Like 50, 45
girlfriend
maybe.
Experience.
Yeah, I was like, I'm very much like the dom next door. Like I do the dominant stuff, but from a more gentle perspective, like a more mommy perspective. And so I have that like girl next door energy. Even in my OnlyFans or in the TikToks, it's like I'm not in like leather and latex, though I'm sure they would love it if I was. I have like my glasses on and I'm girly, and it's sort of like a more approachable dom. So that's sort of, it's GFE, but it's definitely has like the mommy girlfriend experience. It's an escort term.
It's a GFE, PSE, porn star experience.
Okay, what's a porn star experience?
Just fuck.
You just
good fuck.
A lot of like dirty talk, very like loud, very over the top.
Maybe potential CIM.
Yeah.
Come in mouth.
Yeah, maybe like less barriers with the PSE or that
MSOG,
can be
multiple shots.
Oh no, never. I would never. It's one ticket, one ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm a lazy sex worker. I'm a pillow princess.
Oh, I love a pillow princess.
Yeah, exactly.
I love someone laying on their back as I'm just in the missionary stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the most a John shelled out for you in whether it was overnight, a week, or have you ever gone on the whole week Europe trip?
Yeah, I haven't done that long. I've done like a few day vacation, but I got flown to Boston, did a few days with this guy, and immediately turned around and put a down payment on my house.
So what happened? You get there, he's like, hey, you want to go for clam chowder, lady?
Yeah, literally. I think he was on a business trip, so he didn't live there, but we did go out to eat and we like hung out. He was really sweet, and it's a funny story because that's like how I bought my house. So people are always just like, what happened here? And I was like, it was a one booking. It was like one.
3 days?
Yeah.
3 days.
Cool dude?
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big...
Can you say that figure? Can you say the number? You just don't remember.
It was probably around like 50, 60.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What, cash or transfer?
Yeah, mostly cash.
And so you get the deposit, the wire transfer.
Yeah. Usually I would only do like a wire transfer with people I know really well.
Okay.
Yeah, because it will say my name, or like they need more personal information.
Don't you want a deposit though if you're flying to Boston?
Yeah, but I often would get the deposit. Like Amazon is like the ultimate money launderer. They don't care about anything. So you could get like thousands of dollars of gift cards on Amazon, and they're just like whatever. They don't really ask questions.
But the Amazon gift cards, how do you get the cash out of them though?
Yeah, you can't really. So the deposits are smaller. It would be like $650, $700 or something like that.
Fine.
Yeah, like also a client that doesn't know you doesn't want to give you a $10,000 deposit. You kind of, there has to be a relationship built. But I would say my favorite clients, like I saw one client for, I don't know, 5 years. I mean, I would consider these people like my boyfriends. Like I love them. I care about them. I'm retired now. But I still text them like happy birthday, or they were very important to my life. They've given me a lot of money. We've spent so many like overnights or trips together. They're just people that I care about, but they're all height people. So that's sort of how I tapped into the fetish. I didn't know when I started that it was such height is such a spectrum. And then on Tryst, you can search by height, where Eros and Craigslist, the other ones you couldn't. So people would just search me on, they would search like the tallest escorts in the world. So I would get people from all over the world coming to see me, because as like a cis woman at this height, it's like unheard of.
Cis, you use the term.
Yeah, cisgender. Yeah, I'm
fine.
sorry. I know we're with a bunch of bros, but I mean, there's trans girls who are my height or taller, you know, but if you're looking for a cis woman who's taller than you, it's narrows down the
that
pool
can kind
a
of be
little
a
bit.
deal breaker if she's got a wiener.
Yeah.
It could be, or it could be part of it, because oftentimes they want to be pegged. But again, it's like a spectrum, and so that's sort of how I tapped in. Those were my highest paying clients. They were my regulars, and then I was like kind of watching some of the hype girls on OnlyFans and TikTok, and I was like, I think I can do this. And so then I did.
So
I started doing these TikToks maybe a year and a half ago. So it's quite short with how viral it's been. Wow. Yeah, when we started, it was like me and some of my friends. I've also been a porn producer for a long time, which is why I lived in Montreal. I was producing for Pornhub. Yeah, and then so I have that producer dog in me. So I was like, oh, I can definitely pull off fast content on a large scale. So me and some of my friends in sex work, we were like, let's fucking do this. And then almost immediately went mega viral, and we're like, wait, there's something here. It changed my life like overnight.
Well, right, because you could go from let's just say, I mean, 15 to 20K a month, whatever it was, which is really
good money,
to 10x that probably within a couple months.
Yeah, it was like immediate life-changing virality. Yeah, and so and then it's just like, and then I retired escorting, and I don't even have sex with like anyone. Like, it's like I barely consider myself a sex worker anymore, because you go from escorting, where you're like literally fucking people all the time, to basically 98% of my job is just making TikToks with my friends. So it's like, it like feels like, obviously I am a sex worker and I'm very passionate about sex work rights, but compared to like my history as a sex worker, it's like, I don't really like, I just like fuck around with my friends and we make like insane TikToks, and that is
that's what
my
we
job.
Do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it feels more like being a comedian. Than it feels like being a sex worker
You're basically
anymore.
like a marketer. Your whole thing is like a media agency.
And like production. I feel like I run, we've shot almost 100 TikToks this week. So we
we
have the Hide account, we have the Backup Horny account, we're launching the Paint account. So it's like 3 accounts once a day. We're aiming to shoot about probably 1,500 TikToks this year.
Wow.
So on that scale, it's like you have to kind of have that producer brain. The hard thing, as maybe you don't relate, is like after a year and a half, I'm like running out of ideas. I'm like, I need more creatives to help.
The best thing to do, honestly, news.
News
always comes.
But also,
or trends.
For us, what's easy is that we're like, I mean, you know, it's hard to say where you stand on the comedy ladder. But if you're looking at it, in 100 percentile, we're probably in the top few percentile. You know, it's similar to like OnlyFans. There's like 100 percentile, and then there's like the 0.1, who is like the Theo Vaughns, the Tim Dillons, the 0.10%. But like,
we're in like the top 3.
For sure.
That's amazing.
So
not bad. Yeah.
I'm not really that fun. Like, comedy isn't my thing. Performing actually isn't my thing.
Comedy shouldn't be your
exactly.
thing,
I'm not funny. I'm too serious. I'm too like politically correct. We were actually shooting a TikTok. I tried to convince my whole team to do this really fat phobic TikTok this week at my expense, like calling me fat, and no one would do it with me.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, who is this for? And I was like, I don't know. I think it's like rage bait. Like, I think it's funny. Like, calling myself fat is funny. Like, no one's making me do it, but they were all just like,
our buddy does great cultural content. His name is Ryan Long. And he did Married Dudes. It was a support group who have fat wives. And then it was just
my fans like want me to be fat. They tell me to gain weight. They want me to crush them.
They just want everything big.
Yeah, they want everything really big. So
but you don't think you're actually fat.
Well,
right?
I know I'm not fat, but it's like funny that you get into sex work and there's this idea that you need to like look a certain way or be a certain way, and I'm in this weird niche that's actually upside down. It's like everything's upside down. It's like entering a clown world where it's like, if I lose weight, which I have lost probably like 40-50 pounds since I started, because I have a personal trainer, because I need to lift the fucking short king, so I had to like go get into
strong.
the gym. And they're like upset about it. They like comment, they're like, you're too skinny, you're like losing too much weight, and I'm just like, this is so weird.
Which is so fine, because you have like you're tall, like
I weigh a lot for women because I'm tall,
right? But you look, when you walked in here, I'm like, oh, here's a fit.
Yeah, you look like full figured.
I am. I mean, I'm curvy, but I have like a nice, I like my body. It's great. But the weird niche of it all has been very like mind bending. But that's where like the fat jokes are fun. Like, the fans like it. They like me talking about my weight. And then it's like the whole thing is rage bait, right? Like, being a tall woman, I get more hate being just tall than I did being like an escort online. Like it really triggers something in incels' brains where they're like, you're not gonna procreate with me, you're not gonna mate with me, and therefore you should die. And I'm like, this is crazy.
I actually was writing, I like to write, I like to think, I was writing a joke about incels.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this. It's kind of unfair to them. You don't fuck them, and then you call them this insulting name.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It
like
is sad.
that's not fair to them.
It's sad.
No, because when I first heard the term incel, I thought it was like a group of like men going their own, you know, like there's
it was a choice.
It's a choice. They're like, we're not fucking women, like men going their own way.
Yeah.
Like a Buddhist monk or something. Yeah.
But
not
it's
at all.
it's women are like, you're a loser. I'm not fucking you. And here's a fucking derogatory term for that.
Well, to be fair, they came up with the term.
Oh, men did?
No, yeah, the incels branded themselves. They were like, I'm involuntary celibates. And then as the public has grabbed onto it, they've started to label people incels. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Incels now an insulting
So they
term.
were like, we're involuntary celibates.
Dude, I can't remember what the original group was, but they would like classify certain levels of incels. Because there was like, there's someone who's like, I haven't had sex in 5 years. And then there's someone who's
not choice.
No, but not by choice. Yeah. And then there were dudes like, I haven't had sex in 10 years. There was dudes who were like, I'm a virgin and I'm 35. Then there was like, and they had
That's
different.
my fans.
That's your
Really?
fans?
You think that's a lot of it?
Yeah.
You were like a wizard if you were like over 40 and a virgin and you had like never kissed a woman. That was like the highest level of incel you could be. It was
Dude,
like,
could you imagine that? You're walking around, if you're 40, never kissed a woman, never been laid, you're literally walking around, and I'm sure your dick drips semen. Like
well, you also probably spend a lot of money on OnlyFans.
But why don't they just go get an escort and fuck it, get it over with?
Well, I think that incels also have that political. They feel like entitled to the sex is like part of it.
And it's like it's
where
also
paying for it is like against the
Oh my
code.
God! But so many people. I went through a string of getting escorts in my 30s. I was spending tens of thousands of dollars. No, and people.
It's more normal in Canada.
No, yeah, people were.
It's more like less criminalized, less stigmatized in
Well,
Canada.
that's what it is. It is
I, as an
criminalized.
escort, have taken virginities
But
before.
Kate, you were getting tens of thousands of dollars from like businessmen and like company owners.
I was broke as fuck.
JJ would like had holes in his shirt and like one pair of socks, and he's like, I'm spending tens of thousands.
Were you paying for high-end escorts
No, I
or
was
like
paying
catfish?
For the pigs of the pigs.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, the bottom of the barrel, and they couldn't even fit in the barrel.
Yeah.
They're just cows.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I started that when I was escorting in Canada. I was a catfish agency, and I would just like show. It would like be a different photo, and I would just show up. That's where I like learned
What
men.
the fuck, and they still fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'd be pretty happy if I.
No, but
showed
that's what I'm
up.
saying. No, but
one time I was turned away because he was like, "You're too tall."
Yeah.
But like
Well, I mean,
overall,
guys are like, well, if you think you're gonna get, well, I mean, it's not that you're not attractive. You're very attractive.
Yeah.
But if I'm a guy like, I'm gonna get some 5'2" blonde, and then fucking 6'7" one, I'm like,
Well, I think the catfishing was like if they chose a brunette, they'd send a brunette.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it was somewhat.
Yeah, but you still would be a shock to a lot
I
of
was.
You'd be a shock.
was.
Now, did you ever?
I knew you were coming here. I was shocked when you walked in.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
have
ever?
that
Did you ever
impression.
flip the script? Like, have you ever? You're doming all these dudes. You're pegging all these guys.
Yeah.
Are you ever on the submissive side, or is that not on the menu?
I'm not like for work or my personal life.
Yeah, either or.
I'm not super submissive. I like deeply identify as a brat, so I will never like fully give away control.
But
Like
a
I'm
brat
still
is,
gonna
like,
be
playing the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jeez, you
be
got all
a
the
demon
terms.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to fuck with you. And for
Yeah.
some people that's like not a good fit.
Yeah,
But
for
for the
sure.
right people it's fun. And I think that is sort of my dom style. Like I'm definitely not a traditional dom. Like I don't love like giving pain or like blood
Yeah,
or
I
like
don't- the blood
there's
one's
the blood
so
is
gro-
it makes me want to faint, you know? I
Yeah.
can't do it. But I can fuck with your head for sure. Like
Well-
I'm a psychological demon, you know?
I have this 21-year-old who I'm hanging out with.
How old are you?
How old are you?
How old are you?
You fucking tell me. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna tell me, you fucking bitch.
You're grooming a
I'm
21-year-old.
40. Again, The laws are the laws to be in place.
Well, just be prepared for the 21-year-old woman experience when it hits the fan.
But that's what I'm saying. Them fucking bitches are brats.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I was telling her right now. I was trying to fucking rub one out today, and I'm like, yo, can you cuck me? And she hung up the phone. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Cancel her. Yeah. No, brats are really annoying. It takes a specific person.
Yeah.
She's this unreasonable woman. She's younger than me. I asked her to cuck me. She hung up, dude. What the fuck?
She's like, hey, I'm in a Whole Foods right now. I'm like, can you cuck me? She's like, and hung up.
Yeah.
So wait.
I'd hang up too.
Is that inappropriate? That 44-year-old comedian stud in great shape?
I don't think it's inappropriate. I think that men will fuck anything, and then they're like shocked when a 21-year-old is like canceling them online or like doing something a 21-year-old whose brain isn't developed is going to do. Like, you just got to be prepared for the 21-year-old woman experience when you're fucking that young.
No, but when you said that, I assumed that you meant like this is high. You go, how old are you? And like that.
I mean, I've fucked men whose dick couldn't even get hard. They're so old at work. Like, the age gap doesn't matter. It's more of like the victimization of men when it falls out, and it falls out in a way in which women are young.
Oh, you mean that you think? Well,
it's just the 21-year-old woman experience.
Yeah, she's like, don't be surprised if it bites you in the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she's like, what's
because she's Gen Z. She's terminally online. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know her. She could be very chill.
Hey, 21-year-old, come after me. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
literally.
exactly.
Like,
What's she gonna do? He's like, he asked me to let another man come inside of me, and he was gonna eat it out. That's my closing bit, you pig. I talk about on stage.
That, I guess, is the pro of being a comedian.
Yeah.
You're like uncancelable.
I don't.
Hey, tell that to some of our friends.
Yeah.
A few of them been canceled big time.
But we also don't work. We're not the CEO. Like, we're talking about the CEO of Starbucks today.
Yeah.
Our podcast is called Two Goon Marathon Jerker Offers.
Yeah.
And we have OnlyFan entertainers and talent and stuff like that. I mean, there's like
the best in the biz.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It would be challenging.
It's really difficult. I mean, I literally make my content like where I'm walking around with a fleshlight and an auto blow in like public places. Like it's like, oh, the guy's fucking. The guy's asking his girl to cuck him, and he also posts on Instagram. Meat milking machine.
Yeah, it's true.
Who could, not like the NBA players who are DMing you.
All my fans are like pretty much ugly losers, but
they love hearing that too.
Probably. I mean, they're just like nerds. I thought having like all these followers, I would like get laid. I thought it would be like, oh, I have 500,000 followers. Like, I'm gonna have all these hot people. I'm gonna fuck all these people. It's like not. It's like
you're not getting any dick. that you want.
Even once I posted a photo with a friend, and she had a celebrity find that photo on the Explore page and DM her.
No.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, the brand is not working for like my personal dating life.
You've had a couple of professional
except one NBA player
what
like
happened?
Crawled in there. I found it like a year later, and I messaged him back, and he was ready to go. He was down. He was like, I love tall women, like whatever.
Was he tall, or was he like
He's
a point
tall.
guard?
Is he tall? He's an NBA player.
Well, it could be like 6'3"
maybe.
point guard, right?
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, I guess,
like if he could be like, I mean, it could be Steph.
He's tall.
What's Steph? 6'3"?
Steph's still 6'6", I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they're all big.
Yeah, they're big. I don't know. I don't watch basketball, but I did brand this whole thing, Allie Oops, to find an NBA player, and I've been waiting for them to bait.
You want a big 7-foot?
I would love to tap the NBA market. Those guys are millionaires. Like, that's like a sex work dream, and they're notorious like bad boys. Like, they're like cheater, liar, rich. They're like the dream, and they're hot and like busy. So it's like,
you trying to date these guys, or you're just like, this is a good spigot of money?
Both, all of the above. Do you date for free? I don't know. As a sex worker,
are you trying to date someone who's going to be cheating on you a bunch?
I mean, I've been polyamorous for 10 years.
Okay,
I'm like, live your best life, babe.
This episode's proudly sponsored by the most dangerous and clickable site on the internet, Jerkmate.
It's free to sign up. We're giving you $10 to Jerkmate. Real models, real moans. If you go on Jerkmate, you can see beautiful women, beautiful other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's tons of beautiful stuff on there.
It's beauty all around for a true gooner.
And guys, remember, making an account is totally free. No monthly fees, no nothing. Just make your account, browse through the models, spend your $10, do whatever you want.
Grab a little coconut oil.
A little coconut oil.
Dim the lights.
Maybe a candle?
And a little goon for you.
It's gooner time.
Goon on jerkmate, baby.
Yeah.
So
I mean, how would they date me as an escort for so long? It's like I sort of need someone who's like down for the open-minded, you know?
Is it about the money? Because I know.
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean, he's hot and he's tall and he's successful.
I'm just saying in general.
But like an NBA player, I feel like this is the case probably with professional athletes. Is like if you're not playing basketball, you're training for basketball. If you're not training for basketball, you're watching basketball. It's like basketball is life. I don't watch basketball. We don't have like the amount of things we can talk about are quite limited, you know? So it's like, so what else is there other than like a G-Wagon or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I'll give women, you know, when there's these, you know, there's these kind of like the fresh and fit guys that go after women, they call them like whores and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you something, here is the truth. I think when women do sometimes have unrealistic standards when they're like, I need a guy who makes $300,000. That's crazy. Yes. But at the same time, most guys are on the hustle too. Yeah. It is all like for me, I'm on the hustle. Now, the most important thing on the hustle, if I didn't have money, which I didn't have money and I really kind of still don't, it is still about, I don't. I mean, it is still about great like comedy, great art and stuff like that. And if I'm making $40,000 a year, but I'm still doing funny stuff, I'm actually really happy. Ideally, I want money for comfort. Yeah. But there is a thing where like, not obviously you, because you're
there's sort of like a spectrum. Like in my personal life, I feel like most people I just care about being driven and having passion and like having your own life, because if not, we're not going to get like you're going to be jealous of how much I work and how successful I am, right? Like I'm very busy, so having, no matter what they do, having, or if they're successful or not, it's like, are you working towards something? Are you busy? Are you passionate?
Is so important. Yeah,
that's more important to me than like the finance. I'm financially fine, but I think that when it comes to people, like it's like I have that escort in me forever. It's like if if I Google you and your salary is $11 million a year, like there's some sort of, and it's like an NBA player. Like are they gonna?
Sort of what? Go on.
There's some sort of like arrangement to be had. Like I am a sex worker. You don't get to get to be a multimillionaire and me like ignore it and be like the money doesn't matter. Yeah. But also with an NBA player specifically, like sure I would date him if we got along, we had good chemistry, the sex was good. But is an NBA player gonna date an OnlyFans girl? Like probably not. That's probably not good for their sponsorships and their brand deals. So it's like if they want me to be a secret and not leak anything to the press and like be a good girl who they get to fuck on the side and keep their like, you know, hallmark brand of being a good boy, even though we all know they're not, then like that has a cost, where like the boys or women or whoever I'm dating in my personal life, it's like they're usually proud to date. Like it's not a secret, you know?
Now that you bring it up, it must be so exhausting to be a superstar athlete right now, because you just have to have this image. Like, you know, you're like,
you got to constantly be out there like supporting the brand of the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do your own shit. Yeah. So what is your ideal situation? You get like a super rich NBA dude who's like paying you a bunch of shit. You both get to fuck whoever you want. Yeah. You're a secret. Yeah. And you guys, and that's kind of like what you're looking for, exactly?
Well, I wouldn't say it's what I'm looking for, but it's what's climbed up my tree, and I'm like, okay, that seems fun. Yeah. Like I'll do that for as long as I can.
What's the dream situation? If not just what's climbed up your tree, if you could build it for exactly what you would want the ideal to be,
I mean,
what would that be?
I think like for the business, having like any kind of celebrity partner would be good for the brand. Like you look at like the OnlyFans girl dating Young Gravy right now. Like they're like all over the internet, right? Like if you can.
Who is that dating Young
Gravy? Ari something.
She's Canadian.
She's Canadian. She's super hot. She's super funny. She's out of Young Gravy's league, but like. Go him.
But he's he's really famous.
I mean, he's really famous. But
I've seen him at AVNs. He's super cool. He's super fun. Maybe
he's like.
So here's the difference. This is the thing, the way I look at it. Okay. there is a thing when a dude
protect comedians at all costs. Well, protect male comedians. I feel like he's funny music.
He's comedic, but he's
like
a musician.
But he's more like comedic musician. Sure. I feel.
But I'll give a guy this. If a guy is super cool and super creative and also has
and he's super rich,
I mean, that's, you know, sure, maybe looks wise, but that's the catch.
Yeah.
And as much as we are on the side of supporting sex work and all this stuff, being a huge, like, he's a huge musician, publicly dating an OnlyFans girl, a lot of people would see that as a negative like, and
he's super chill. Like, I'm happy for them, and it's new. We'll see. They're young, like, whatever. But, like, I think that anything that's gonna, like, feed the brands like that is amazing. Like, other than being a secret, like, if you can have someone that you're, like, publicly dating who's also, like, on the level you're on, that seems amazing. Because I do think it's hard, like, even the people I'm dating now, like, they would never go near the brand. They could never be on, they would never do TikToks with me. They're never gonna shoot with me. They have, like, their own careers and they're successful in that, but it's like,
you gotta stay
off. So it does seem nice to have someone that you can, like, shoot content with or, like, build this brand with. That seems fun. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm getting older now that I'm a middle-aged woman, now that I'm a mommy, and I want, like, kids and a house and, like, a partner.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think so.
You're going to get some of that titty milk going.
Yeah, exactly. I do some pregnancy TikToks. I did one with a fake belly and everyone, like, went nuts.
Really?
Yeah,
they
they want me pregnant. They want me big.
They want you
mommy.
Big more than... See, I like the idea of, like, someone got a seed planted in them.
Yeah, breeding is so fun.
Breeding is
the best.
I have a friend who
like
told
breeding.
me, she says, she goes, I have a breeding fetish. I'm
Who
like,
doesn't?
Oh, God.
Who doesn't?
I saw some girl, a female comic. She made a really funny TikTok about how
I'm wrong. There's one.
No, he was like, or she was like, well, she's like, this girl I know, she's like, I have a breeding kink. She's like, that's not a kink. That's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's like the most human. It's like the most vanilla kink. It's like how humans work.
Those are just your natural. It's like being hungry. It's like,
exactly.
Of course you want to get bread.
I have eating kink.
Yeah, exactly.
Kink morning, noon, and night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is like kind of the most basic bitch fetish there is. I don't know how it got so fetishized.
Because I think a lot of us don't want to have kids, but I think I also think that calling it breeding makes it very, like, sort of like primal and derogatory. It's like you're like I want to put like a necklace with like a bell on it, and like
one of my partners, I was like, no matter what I say, don't come in me. And then the brat in me, while we're having sex, I'll just do anything and say anything I can to be like, no, it's okay, and then he, like, it really fucks with his head after. He's like, did you mean it? I wasn't sure, and then I, like, pulled out last minute, and I'm like, that's what makes it fun. It's
that's what
just because, especially when men are, like, horny and they're like fucking you, it's like blank brain. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, I am taking your word for it, and I'm like watching the wheels turn and seeing, like, how far I can push him.
Turned on.
Yeah, for sure.
While he's inside. So I kind of still see someone who I used to hang out with quite a bit.
Yeah.
She's exactly
How old is she?
like that.
How old is she?
No, she's actually in her 30s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huge.
Best sex I've ever had in my life.
What made it the best sex?
I think she thinks this is gonna sound crazy, and you're gonna think
sure
she's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I think she looks at me as, like, better than her. So I don't. So I've dated, like, you know, if I'm dating, I've dated a porn star.
Yeah.
And she is let's say a naked news anchor.
Okay.
And she was way physically out of my league, and I wasn't there yet comedically in my own mind. I was, like, locally in Toronto doing well, but I know, like, now I would be so comfortable to, like, fucking choke her and spit in her mouth, and that's not even in bed, but
for fun.
But no, but the one who I was with, I would still, like, she would, like, look at me and, like, oh my God, this crazy funny guy. So I'm like totally confident when I fuck her, and I've never taken a dick pill with her. You know, there's no need for anything like that. But when we're fucking, she's like, we got to use condoms. I'm not on the pill or anything. And right that when I'm there and we're going, she's like, okay, don't wear a condom.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And she's like, you can't come in me. And then when I'm fucking her, she's like, you're finishing me. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. It is on you, dummy.
So you love a brat. You love fucking a brat.
No,
and you
but
love...
she's not a brat. She's just a whore.
She's just a whore. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I guess you could say it. No, but what's so funny is that out of bed, she's like a churchgoer, really wholesome family person. But she is just, and see, this is why I like that. I like someone who's like, you just don't, the hair up and then the hair down, glasses off, and you're like, what the fuck? I like that in a woman.
Yeah.
I think people find it really hard to understand that people can like compartmentalize pieces of themselves, that people can be like multifaceted and stuff.
I watch Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, dude, this guy watches Mr. Beast. Isn't that fucking crazy? You don't know Mr. Beast?
Biggest YouTuber. He's the biggest YouTuber.
I'm like not on YouTube.
He's like, he does like 100 million views a day or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's actually.
What is he YouTubing about?
Man, we gotta explain Mr. Beast.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's like challenges.
Okay, so think it's like made for the same audience, the fat family Costco guys. Yeah, do you know who the Costco guys are?
You don't know the Costco guys?
Jesus. We bring
the
boom.
I'm on TikTok.
They are TikTok. They're the biggest thing on TikTok right now.
Dude, what do you
look at your phone right now?
I just look at OnlyFans girls.
Wow. No, but
honestly, this is good. You haven't been brain rotted. You haven't been consumed.
I would argue that OnlyFans girls are brain rotted.
Really?
Yeah, last night I was...
Do you know there's a war between Israel and Iran?
Yes, I do. Politically, I'm tapped in. But...
I knew that when you said cis.
Yeah. My mom is like a big social justice activist. I've been to Palestine a lot growing up.
Really?
Yeah, she
You've
has lived there
Palestine?
on and off. Yeah, in
when?
the West Bank, starting when I was like 22 to visit her. She was like doing a sabbatical there.
Whoa.
So I've been tapped in, but like you wouldn't guess from like my job. It's like funny. But I grew up in Berkeley. I grew up in like a very... my dad is gay. Yeah.
Berkeley
Your cat is gay?
Yeah.
Berkeley.
So I grew up in like a very like liberal leftist.
Yeah.
Confirmed gay? He told you he's
Well,
gay?
he's dated a gay porn star for 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said your dad.
My dad.
I thought you said your cat is gay.
Actually, my dog's name is Twink, who is also gay.
Why would
But
you torture a poor little
he's
puppy?
so gay, though. If you met him, you would know.
Really?
Like everyone who meets him is like, oh yeah.
All dogs are gay, by the way.
All dogs are gay. They're all bisexual, kind of.
Yeah,
I don't
dogs
think
lump
gender
other
matters.
dogs. They go nuts. Yeah.
I do think he prefers men, though. It's really annoying. Like he's the only rescue dog on planet Earth who's like men.
Okay, but your dad's gay.
My dad, my birth father, is a gay man.
So for people that don't know, Berkeley is probably wasn't that the movement for like the Vietnam War? Or like, didn't it start?
Yeah, there's like the Black Panther movement
right.
is
And
there,
that's all
or like
Cal-
Oakland.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Bay Area. It's like historic. I mean, now it's just like people wearing Meta hoodies because they work in tech or whatever. But
also-
like when I grew up there as a middle-aged woman, when I was growing up, it was a lot of my peers'
90s.
parents. What?
In the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s. It was like a lot of my friends' parents like went to Cal Berkeley or like, you know what I mean? It's like the hippies. A lot of my friends' parents went to Burning Man before it was like a tech thing. You know, we all thought it was like stupid, you know, like.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I still think it's stupid, but then it was just such it's so weird how it's evolved, you know? 'Cause it's like,
that shit.
Burning Man. So I watched a documentary on Burning Man when I was young, and I was like, oh, it's just like hippies. And now when I've seen what it's turned into, the people who started it are probably like, fuck these people.
Yeah, that's my OG hippie founding. Yeah.
Joe Rogan, who you probably hate.
I don't actually hate him.
A lot of leftists hate. He's like, this is the thing I hate. This is not saying it, but like people knock on it. He's like a proper hippie.
Yeah.
His parents were proper hippies.
Yeah.
He talks about like he was raised in the same area.
Yeah.
In the 60s, 70s.
Joe Rogan, I don't hate. Like, I had an ex who was trans, weirdly, who like loved Joe Rogan and made me listen to his podcast before I knew him. And I've actually seen him live doing stand-up, which is sort of where he's like comes from, right, or something. And like, I do think he's a very good listener and asks good questions. I do think it's weird that he's like interviewing Snowden and goes off on a transphobic rant. Like, I think that that's annoying, but I think if you take his like weird obsession with trans people out of it. Like he is like a good podcast host. Like he asks good questions. He's curious. I feel like he's a good interviewer.
I think curiosity is really important, and I do think like with the trans stuff, it is interesting. I don't know how to speak of it because of like I'm not in that. Yeah. I'm not really in that space. Yeah. It's not something for me. I've done a lot of gay shit, so I have a lot of friends who are like.
You've done a lot of gay shit, like you've sucked a lot of dick.
Yeah.
But so I also come from like the 80s. Yeah. Like I'm an 80s guy.
We're slowly figuring out your age. Oh, you said 40.
44.
Yeah.
But it's weird. The last few years, it went from like, oh, this is. Yeah. I grew up in a different gay area. Yeah. And now it's like there's everything.
Yeah. In Vancouver.
Yeah. In Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto. Sorry. Yeah.
Toronto, and I grew up with the generation that couldn't be out.
Yes.
And I was part of that too. So it's just a weird thing for me. I just think it's also a guy who's in his 50s who's questioning certain things, and he is a curious guy. Yeah. But I also think he's like super fair. But anyways, that wasn't the whole point.
I mean, it's like I do identify as a leftist, but I think like I went through the like man hating like cancel phase, and I was like, this actually doesn't get anything done.
So 2016, 2017.
Oh, I was like fully canceling. Yeah. Well, before I was Allie Oops, I did this thing called Tramps Against Trump or Votes for Nudes, which like popped off, and then the government was following us, where basically we were like, if you show us proof that you voted in the primary, the general election will send you a nude.
Regardless of who you voted for?
Yeah, regardless of who you voted for.
And that's considered election
It's
manipulation.
not, apparently.
No, but I'm asking that's what that was.
No, just the government, if you're doing anything on that, because we blew up, we were in like international news, it got like really crazy, we were doing all these interviews, and then like all this weird shit started happening where we were like, oh, like we didn't mean for that to happen. Like we were just like idiots.
Yeah, you're
but
just
anyway, we were just like trolls, and I was like a sex worker, and we're like ha ha ha, and then it like became really big, and then Allie Oops was born pretty much like right at the end of that.
So that's about 2016.
Yeah, that's around 2016. So, and like I guess maybe before 2015 into 2016, but for the general, the primaries. Right. But yeah, it was like I was like the worst. I was like the most annoying leftist canceler online.
Really?
Oh, for sure. And like I've been canceled multiple times. I feel like.
What'd you get canceled for?
Once I got canceled on Twitter because I was live tweeting from the Batman Robert Pattinson movie, where I said like the most horophobic thing about this movie is that Catwoman only owns one pair of shoes, and like the sex workers like came for me for
I
that.
never understand why
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, because there's actually like a lot of horophobic things about that movie, and I thought it was just like funny.
Well, what's horophobic? Like
what does that term mean?
Yeah,
it's just like homophobic but for sex workers. It's like anti-sex or like harmful to sex workers. And I think in that movie she's trying to avenge her like sex work mom's death, who was like murdered or whatever. Yeah. And there's some like weird problematic shit, but I just thought it was funny that like no sex worker in a strip club would have one pair of shoes. Like that's insane.
That's actually really funny.
And then I thought it was funny, and I got Twitter, the notifications are like in reverse, so people were like subtweeting me and like canceling me, but I thought I was like agreeing and like liking the post, and then sort of got to the bottom and was like, oh, this is like people were mad at me.
Would you look back at that and say that's fucking crazy?
Yeah, I think it's insane. Well, I think like baby sex workers who are just discovering that like sex workers are marginalized are like very, and I relate to this, they're very like energized by the politics and by like speaking out because they're kind of like discovering it for the first time, where I'm an elder sex worker. Like I was fucking people on Craigslist, like you know what I mean? Like so are you. We probably fucked, you know? And like I don't have that in me anymore to be that fiery, but I definitely had it.
But it also, I don't think it gets anything done.
No, it doesn't like get anything done.
In the end, you got to bring the people together. Yeah. I'm super not political. I don't know anything politics. Yeah. My only political stance is whatever Luigi Mangione did.
Yes,
I like that.
I love him.
And I started to see, I think that's when you started to see where the true divide was.
Yeah.
Because there's people who pop up in my algorithm who are left-leaning or right-leaning. Yeah. Everyone was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
But there was certain like figureheads of media platforms that were like, he has a family, you can't do this. And I was like, see, now you can see who's not on your side.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, if you're a trans person, if you're a cop who's committed a hate crime, I don't give a fuck if you're on the left or on the right. We're all on the same team.
Yeah.
And there's a clear enemy who needs to be shot in the back of the head.
You're talking about class, which is what Joe Rogan in some ways also is aligned on, which is interesting. Where like the libertarians and the right and the left are all like, there is a small group of people who own everything and fuck us all.
So
and they need to be shot.
Provides the platform.
Exactly. And he interviews some cool people. He had Bernie. He's had Snowden. He's had some like very cool guests. If you get out of your head of like, but that's the thing with the left and maybe in some ways the right, where it's like you want these like perfect people.
You can't focus on that small percentage.
Why are sex workers canceling their sex work elders?
Yeah.
It's like fighting the wrong people, and also like I stand by that. Like I think that
it's
joke
funny.
is funny. Like I don't think it's that funny, but I don't think it's like. I know what horophobia is, but you know, like you don't need to like yell at me about it. Like it's the wrong person.
You should also be able to live in a space where you're allowed to fuck up, and then
exactly.
like,
I agree.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I called someone a pig on this podcast. Oops, like you know.
Well, I think it's like people want this like puritanical thing, and it's like you can't. It's just so unrealistic of what humans are. And I think I was that in like 2016. I was like, you guys would hate me so much in 2016. I was young. And then I was like calling people.
You should be allowed to fuck up as well.
Yeah, and I have. And like, and of course I do. And so it's like, yeah, I just kind of got over it. And I got over putting everyone, like even that viral Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz interview that all the leftists. I didn't see any of that. All the leftists were like, wait, we're agreeing with Tucker Carlson? And it's like, yeah, because he's like, Ted Cruz is an idiot. You know what I mean? It's just like we can agree if we like get past these like labels. There's more for us to like learn from each other. And if we want to change the world, we have to like work with people who don't agree with us.
And yes, and to that saying, I don't want to bring in politics, and I definitely don't want to bring up like Trump. But I was listening to the podcast today. All in podcast, it's 4 billionaires, and this is a class thing.
Yeah.
But 2 are like left leaning and vote for the left, and the 2 vote for the right. Yeah. But even today, they're like, even the guys who are on the left were like saying this end to whatever just happened. Yeah. Because I was like I still am. I think everyone who I fuck with is really anti-war.
Yes.
Really anti-war. And really forever war.
I mean, the forever war. I don't know. I'm pro-war. I got Lockheed Martin stocks.
Yeah, exactly. People who profit from war are pro-war.
Those are only people pro-war. That's it.
But yeah, I mean, not to even bring in politics. I'm sorry I went here.
No, it's good.
But it is like, I think it's so funny because I have such a lobotomized social media now where it's like nothing's political comes near it. And I'm just like a fake, silly little bimbo. And it's like fun to do that too. You know, where not everything has to be political. I do think if people see the undercurrents, they know the real me or whatever, that I grew up in this like quite leftist world.
But don't you think it's fascinating on like a platform like this where you're coming here and you're 45 minutes ago, and we're about 10. 45 minutes ago, you're talking about being a brat who wants to exploit people. Yes. And then also too, there is something about you, just like you said, compartmentalized, where you're like, oh, it's nice to hear someone who has opinions, even if I don't. And that's the problem we've kind of gotten away from, is that like you should be able to have the opinions. I should have my opinions. We kind of like disagree with some, but we can still have this cordial conversation, even though I like, and also talk about, hey, you look back to 9 years ago and you're like, maybe I was a little bit too much, but now you're here based off that too. So
and I think I just like want to be happy. Like if the world's gonna like nuke each other, like I'm trying to like have fun. You know what I mean? I want to make
money, get my bags, bust
I do
nuts.
feel like everyone like feels better about themselves when they're like mean to other people. If they're incels or if they're like social justice warriors, it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of like over that. Like I want to feel good because like I'm happy and I'm having fun, not because I'm better than you.
Yes.
No matter who that person is, like everyone's a person and everyone's like worthy of life and dignity, unless you're a CEO of a healthcare company, in which
although I'll make the case. Can I make the case to that? I know this is this is where we differ. I mean, I'll tell you something. I actually disagree with that. Taking out the CEO, I say take out the fat kids.
Yeah.
Take out those fucking sweat.
No, but the fucking CEOs put the seed oil in the fucking food that poisons the kids, and you go, oh, well, it's your responsibility to take that to your kids. So I need to fucking know that the meat is fucked, and I need to know the water is fucked.
Yeah.
You're trying to fuck me everywhere. Oh, sorry, we fracked and we didn't tell you, and the water's poison.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, there's lead in your pipes. Oh, sorry, your meat has some weird hormone that's going to give you cancer. Oops, I need to fucking read every label and become a scientist.
Is the problem, I think.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Let the record show. I disagree with that. Capitalism is not the problem.
I say that as someone in the 1%. Yeah.
1%.
Well, I joke about it because I'm like, everyone said when I started making money, they're like, you're a Trump supporter. I kept joking in this last election. I was like, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. I've changed tax brackets.
Yeah.
Everything's changed now.
So
when I found out how much I was going to have to pay in taxes the first year I made money.
Oh, isn't it crazy?
Yeah,
you get fucking
I was
dinged.
like,
yeah.
You're a liberal in your 20s and you're conservative once you start making money.
Yeah, I was like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I'm like, it's a joke, but it's like, I do kind of see it when I'm like, oh.
So before we go, let the record show, I've watched Che Durena eat discipline, avoid Levain cookies this weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the fat kid's fault. Don't stuff your fat face.
I didn't realize this fucking thing I drank it for the caffeine.
Sugar.
This has 28 grams of sugar. It's on camera. I look at the label and I was like, fuck.
I was, you know what's so funny?
God damn,
when you
28
started
Are you
grams?
sugar high right now?
No, I went for caffeine. This is caffeine
But
in
you
it.
feel
the
the
funniest
sugar?
thing? I saw you pick that up, and I was about to say that's very uncharacteristically unusual for you to drink an herba, because I remember when I said it. I said, Che, an herba mate? I said that to you.
And I thought it was just a caffeine guy.
I thought you knew.
I didn't know,
I didn't want to say it.
dude.
I
can't even find out how much caffeine's in here.
It says right on there, it should be about 150 milligrams.
Which is like a little too much, but good. Fucking whatever.
Buddy, I
it's
had
too
a
late now. I
coffee.
drank more than half of it.
Wait, so it was good. Not bad.
What's good?
Not bad doing a
podcast.
podcast with a couple Trump supporters,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Whoa.
It doesn't matter. You're Canadian. You can't vote here.
Ew,
I
I'm not
vote.
a Trump
Your
supporter.
fucking party allowed us to vote.
I only
I'm
support.
calling ICE.
Well, they're going to have to get through all the fucking Uber Eats drivers before they get to us.
I don't
That's true.
support
Getting
any
up here
political
sucks.
party. I only support shooting people in the back of the head. That's the
Yes,
only thing I support.
That's your political party.
Yes, that's my political party. Whatever.
This was great.
Yeah, this
You're
was
very
great.
fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Tell all the short kings and everyone else where to find you.
Yeah.
This camera. Yeah. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Only Allie Oops and OnlyFans Allie Oops Forever. I have so many different accounts. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
No, I can't tell them all. You'll find them. I'm just like online, perpetually, always.
Well, there's only 10 of
It's
you.
like a bottomless pit of content, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but
there's
only
only
Allie
10
Oops.
tall chicks in
the game.
I don't think there's 10, but I think there's like about 10 who are on the level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pretty small, but it's kind of like, I don't know, like anyone could kind of do it. Like, do you have to be tall to do it?
There's
Like,
several
it's
chicks
sort of
who aren't tall.
untapped in a way.
Just get a pair of stilts and
Yeah,
long
get a
pants.
pair of tall pleaser heels, start
A
making
little camera
content. Yeah, camera work,
Yeah.
make the angles, and then that's all you got to do, really.
Yeah.
And
producer.
humiliate men for sport. It's like, what else?
Well, let's
what
calm
else
down.
is there?
guys.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are both tall, so
6 feet.
you're probably not sensitive to the content. Like, it's not for you, or it's not against you either. It's like you're not
I don't
a part
get
of it.
I used to like get raged up into like the like the fucking fat chicks call men like losers and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
love
but I
it.
don't
You
care.
like it? You get horned up by it?
No, like kind of like I was like, you
Oh, it
dumb
hurt your
bitch.
feelings.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hurt my feeling. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's like check
Men have
yourself.
feelings too.
Yeah, but no,
It's okay.
I also 2016.
Yeah. Oh, that's when. Yeah, that was a weird year.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So,
I can't remember what I was
anyways.
doing really.
Yeah, what were you up to?
I was in Toronto doing comedy, but yeah, I was pretty uninvested in what was going on in the world.
Yeah, that's exciting. That must have been really peaceful.
Yeah,
It is
so
very
peaceful.
my algorithm started to get too shitty, and I bought books. I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
this, I don't want to be on this
Yeah.
shit anymore.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, well,
It
it's like
is.
Ignorance is bliss.
I have my little house. I'll have my fucking guns. I'll have my shit protected, and it's like, leave me the fuck alone. And if you come to my fucking house and you are a shitty person, I'll shoot you. Okay. Live in like Arizona or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, you apparently can.
Yeah.
Florida, Arizona, Texas.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to bug anyone, but don't bug me.
Yeah. I support men.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right on. Sick.